phrase, for I am the Lord. Then you're going to draw a box around each occurrence of the phrase, be holy, for I am holy. And you guys can read it out when I can get to those things. Okay? Ready? Now, every swarming thing that swarms on the earth is detestable, not to be eaten. Whatever crawls on its belly, whatever walks on all fours, whatever has many feet. In respect to every swarming thing that swarms on the earth, you shall not eat them, for they are detestable. Do not render yourselves detestable through any of the swarming things that swarm, and you shall not make yourselves unclean with them, so that you become unclean. For I am the Lord, your God. Consecrate yourself, therefore, and be holy, for I am holy. And you shall not make yourselves unclean with any of the swarming things that swarm on the earth. For I am the Lord, who brought you up from the land of Egypt to be your God, thus you shall be holy, for I am holy. This is the law regarding the animal and the bird and every living thing that moves in the waters, and everything that swarms on the earth, to make a distinction between the unclean and the clean, between the edible creature and the creature which is not to be eaten. Okay. So now, I'm going to read through the passage one more time. And this time, you're going to mark detestable with a cloud and a line through it. And that's kind of like you had the positive, which is holy, the cloud, and putting the line through it means unholy, detestable. So we're going to go back and we're going to put a cloud around the holy and a cloud with a line through it for the detestable. Okay, here we go. Now, every swarming thing that swarms on the earth is not to be eaten. Whatever crawls on its belly, whatever walks on all fours, whatever has many feet, in respect to every swarming thing that swarms on the earth, you shall not eat them, for they are detestable. Do not render yourselves through any of the swarming things that swarm, and you shall not make yourselves unclean with them, so that you become unclean. For I am the Lord your God. Consecrate yourselves, therefore, and be holy, for I am holy. And you shall not make yourselves unclean with any of the swarming things that swarm on the earth. For I am the Lord, who brought you up from the land of Egypt to be your God, and thus you shall be holy, for I am holy. This is the law regarding the animal and the bird and every living creature that moves in the waters and everything that swarms on the earth, to make a distinction between the unclean and the clean, between the edible creature and the creature which is not to be eaten. Very good. Okay, so what do we learn about God from these verses? And let's start from the first page, Leviticus 11:41 through 47. You can give if you don't see a specific one item, you can kind of give a broad interpretation of what do we learn about God.
He is holy.
He's holy, good. And where do you see that? In 44? Good. Did you say 44?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. How about this? I'm going to kind of summarize. In verses 41 to 43, he had some kind of very specific dietary restrictions for Israel. So we learned that he had these dietary restrictions and that God is holy and they should also be holy. And also, who determines what's clean and unclean? God does. And we saw that in 46 and 47. Okay, good. And then we want to know, what was the Lord asking the people to do, and what did it mean exactly? Good. Pat, Patricia, said not to eat the swarming things and all the things that he listed. Yes. Mm-hmm. And as you all already said, to be holy. And also in 47, he told them to make what? Make a distinction between the clean and unclean, the holy and the detestable. Okay. According to verse 44, why was he telling them to do that? wanted them to consecrate themselves unto Him, okay? And again, be holy. You know, there's a theme here. God is saying that over and over and over again. Good. All right. And then discuss what right or authority God has to ask them to do that, and what was their obligation to them. What had He done for them? Brought them out of Egypt. And what verse is that? 45. For I am the Lord who brought you up from the land of Egypt to be your God, that you shall be holy, for I am holy. Okay, good. According to verse 47, what were they to make a distinction between? Clean and unclean. Good. And one of the things with inductive study that you'll see that they have you repeat things. You see like you're repeating things a lot. That's so that it actually sticks. You got it sticks in your mind. You absorb the truth, and the interaction that you all make. Actually, they have determined that the more we interact with each other and with the text, the more we retain and apply. Okay, good. Was God primarily concerned about their physical health in these verses? Their physical health? No? Anybody want to share why they think that? What's he concerned with? Okay. Yes.
I believe he was more concerned with their holiness than with the fire.
That's right. He was more concerned with their holiness. The text says that. In what verse do you see that? 44 and 45. He was concerned with their spiritual holiness, their spiritual health. Okay, very good. And then, let's go on. Okay, let's go on to the next observation. All right, we're on page 34. I'm going to read Leviticus 20, verses 22 through 26. And I would like you guys to draw a box around, be holy to me. Underline the phrase, I am the Lord your God.